How are you getting on in Marseille? What people were you able to rely on? Wow, that's a good question. I think I'm getting along pretty well in Marseille. I've gotten used to the environment. You know, my teammates have been great with helping me around and stuff like that. So honestly, I love it. And I have great people to rely on. Like I have Jenny, Roxanne, Lucia. Someone that just left, Katia, was a great help when it came to like navigating Marseille. So those people, the best. Okay. How did you cope mentally with the start of this season, given you were injured? Okay, so for that one, I would say it was definitely a learning curve for me, because this was the first time that I've been injured for so long. The first time that I've had back-to-back injuries. So it was very difficult for me because playing football is a positive outlet for me. It's something that brings me happiness, and it's the reason why I'm here. So to not have that and, you know, to kind of sit back and watch everyone play while I had to sit on the sideline was very, very difficult. But I would say my teammates were great help. They were always super encouraging and they always wanted the best for me. So they were awesome, but mainly like my parents and my sister were extremely helpful for me to push through. Spoke with them a lot, and they did everything that they can to try to make me feel better when I was down. So definitely my family, talking with them, making sure, you know, I'm calling every day, every other day, FaceTimes, huge help for me. How do you feel about the atmosphere in the group? Is the language barrier an obstacle to your full development? So that's a great question. I think this is a great group of girls. I think that there are a lot of very inviting, welcoming people on this team, which has been super duper helpful. I mean, from the moment I got here, not knowing as much French as I know now, they were just always helpful and asking me how I am, always keeping up with my, you know, injuries, because I just kept getting injured. I couldn't stop. So it was very, very nice to have a group of girls that show that they care about you and your development. Is a language barrier an obstacle to your full development? I'll say definitely it is. You know, not only do I have to really lock in practice because, you know, my coach is speaking in a different language, I also have to, you know, try to understand what he's saying and then understand the rules of the game, which is extremely difficult. Like the girls that are French sometimes, most times, don't get what's going on sometimes like don't get what's going on like on the field, or when we're doing certain drills, when we're having a certain, you know, play-by-play, sometimes with tactics. So just imagine someone that's from the US that has little French, trying to understand the French aspect plus aspects and rules of a game. It's very difficult. But over time, obviously it gets better. Like in the beginning, I was definitely like, okay, this is a little bit of a struggle. Like I tried to mainly watch and then replicate, but even then, like the rules of the game change, so you can't really just watch and replicate. You have to kind of fully hear what the rules are before you know, try to play. So it's definitely been a barrier for sure, but over time, as my French is getting better, on the field it's getting better, so I'm very happy for that. Like I could see the changes within myself on the field. I'm more confident, and it's not as difficult to understand what's going on as it was when I first got here, but that's normal. I'm glad I got over that hump, but there's definitely a lot of room for improvement still. So I have great teammates that help me, that are always trying to clarify, like even the ones that don't really speak English well, they still come over to me and try to help me with what's going on, like try to tell me and give me as much assistance as they can. So I'm very happy that I have this group of girls because they're just gems, very, very helpful. And yeah, I can't ask for a better group. Okay. Tell us about the players you're closest to. What do they mean to you? Wow, that's a good question. Okay, so I'm definitely closest with Lucia. She's also an international player. She's from Ireland. She's great. She has just been super helpful. We do things together. You know, we'll go to dinner, we'll go to brunch. It's just nice to have someone that speaks the same language as you, that you could relate to and talk about, you know, random stuff with. So she's been a great bestie here. But in addition, a lot of the girls that have been on this team have been amazing, and I think I'm really close to Roxanne. She's super awesome. We talk to each other like it's like a French-English combination, but we get it done, you know? It's a great conversation every time we talk. So she's great. She's a super fun, nice, very, very nice person. Jenny is also super duper nice. Rose, really, really close. I'm close to, yeah, I would say that's my group. I'd say Mama, Awa, oh my God. Wait, let me redo that one because I didn't even mention the Haitian girls and they should be on the top. But obviously I have my Haitian national team girls here too. I have 3 of them. And they're also super nice. I understand Creole a little more than I do French. So, you know, sometimes I'll pop in to, you know, kind of hear what they have to say and we'll talk a little bit. So it's definitely, I definitely have a few people that like I'm comfortable with talking to and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think those are the people that are closest to me. And then what do they mean to me? They're great. Like they help me feel at ease here. You know, I'm really in a different environment, as are they, because, you know, they're also internationals. A lot of the people that I mentioned are also international. So it's just good to have people to talk to, you know, bounce ideas off of, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If we asked those closest to you to describe you, what would they say about you? They would say I'm funny. They'd say I'm spontaneous, just lighthearted. Like I don't take things too seriously, but when they're serious, I do lock in, obviously. But yeah, I think they would say that I'm funny. I think they'd say that I'm funny, spontaneous, and yeah, lighthearted, free spirit. You chose to play for Haiti. What is your relationship with the country and what does it mean to you? Wow, that's deep. Okay. I chose to play for Haiti because that is where my parents are from. That is where I have built a lot of culture in my household from, like from the food we eat, from the language my parents speak, like Independence Day. Yeah, I just feel like that's a part of me. That's who I am. That's where my parents are from. And it's important for me to represent that. I definitely, born and raised in the US, like I haven't been to Haiti before, but still that's a part of who I am and a part of my blood. So it's important for me to, you know, to represent that. So that's exactly why I chose to play for Haiti. Do you see your family? Do they live far from Marseille? If so, how do you feel about it? So I see my family every 6 months about. In the summer, I'm home for about 2 to 3 months training just on my own. And then, you know, I came to Marseille in August and then I saw them this Christmas and then I won't see them again until May. So it's definitely tough not seeing my family as often as I'm used to. Cause you know, in college, there's more breaks, or I see them every 4 months. So it's definitely hard not seeing them as much. You know, they're a huge foundation in my life. So it's definitely hard, but I am always FaceTiming them. So it's not like they're far. They're very in tune with everything I have going on. I keep them updated. So I like that, but it's definitely hard not having them physically there, especially when, like, you know, the past few months, it was really difficult for me here, being injured constantly. So that was definitely tough, but going home for Christmas was like a reset. Like, it just reset my whole mentality. Like, I really just needed to go home and just see my parents in person, see my family, see my friends, to like get back on the right foot. So I was happy that I was able to do that. What decision are you most proud of? The decision that I'm most proud of is probably my decision to continue playing football, even when people were like, this may not work. So for me, I had a long string of school before I decided to play pro. I did 4 years, then I did another 2 years at a different school. So in the 4 years, everything was great. You know, I was a student athlete, so every college, everyone within the college, guidance counselors, teachers were very helpful. But then when it came around time for my master's, it became more of a struggle to continue playing while getting my master's. People that were in my program weren't too fond of sports. So they were kind of confused as to why I kept playing while in such a hard program. And they were kind of showing that they were not very happy with that decision. But I didn't let it get to me. I just kept playing because I knew it's what I wanted to do. And I'm happy that I did, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here. And yeah, this is a great opportunity for me to grow as a player. So I'm happy that those, you know, obstacles happened so that I could get to where I am now at Marseille. What obstacles have you come up against the course of your career? I think the obvious one is just injuries. I think the last 4 years of my life has been the most I've had like extensive injuries. 3 years ago, I tore my meniscus, and that was tough because I was out for the season. It was the first time that I had a large injury. When I was younger, I would have injuries like with my ankles, like just weak ankles, but over time they, you know, improved until recent. But that first injury, the meniscus tear 3 years ago, that's definitely an obstacle for me. That was because it was the first time that I wasn't able to play my college season. It was hard to get through, but I got through. Yeah, I just pushed through, kept working, and got to the point of normalcy again, which is great. Anyone that deals with injuries knows that it's 100% all mental. It's definitely just a mental battle because, you know, obviously you work hard in rehab and trying to get your body to gain that strength back, but the mental piece is a big piece. So it's just something that it's important to be aware of. So once you're aware that it's just a mental battle, then you could start putting yourself together appropriately, piecing things together so that you're, you know, in the right mindset when you come back to play. So that was definitely the biggest obstacles I've dealt with. Do you have any pillars that you rely on in your daily life? Obviously, you know, my family is big for me. And then religion is huge for me too. Yeah, I'll say, yeah, religion is huge for me too. I'm Christian, so huge aspect of my life. I grew up in the church. Another big piece to like my mental improvement, you know, with the hard times that I've dealt with things and obstacles. So yeah, I'll definitely say that that's a huge piece of my life. It's something that I always carry with me, and that's helped me through a lot. So yeah. What is your greatest dream, the one you'd like to achieve in your life? Oh, I think my greatest dream is making a living doing what I love. Right now I'm playing football and I love that, and I want to continue that for as long as possible, but I know it doesn't last forever. I really, really want to do something in my life that obviously I can make a living with, because like, you know, obviously I need to make a living, but I want to make a living doing something that I actually love doing. So whatever that is, I do speech pathology. That's something that brings me happiness and something that I enjoy bringing other people happiness with. So I think that's a great path. But yeah, I just want to make sure that what I do every single day isn't a drag. Like, I just want to fully enjoy getting up and going to work and doing what I have to do to make a living. So that's probably my greatest dream, because I think that that's where some people lack, and I don't want to be that. Like, I don't want to hate going to work or hate what I do, basically. But playing football, like that's the best thing I could ask for. So I'm very happy where I'm at. Are you fully happy in your life at present? If so, why? If not, what are you missing? That is okay. Yeah, I mean, am I fully happy? I think I'm very happy, yes, but I think there's always room for improvement. Like, if someone just dropped, you know, $1 trillion in front of me, I'd be extremely happy. But I'm super happy where I'm at right now. My family's healthy. I'm healthy. I'm in Italy. You know, I'm here. I'm playing for Marseille. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy. And I feel like you shouldn't really measure it too, because you can find happiness in everything, like in any situation. So yeah, I think I'm very happy where I am right now in life. What would make me happier is if my parents and family and friends moved where I am. That would make me happier, but I'm pretty happy right now. Okay, and then the last question is, what question would you like to ask your future self in 2030? Ooh, I would like to ask myself what I'm doing. Like, that is far, but not far, because only 5 years away. Like, my mindset will be totally different at that point. Yeah, I would ask myself, what am I doing? And I hope I'm making myself happy at that point in time. That's a scary number to look at. A scary year, like 2030 is crazy. That is my interview. Thank you. I don't know how to end it off, but that's my interview. Ouch. Cramps.